stay with things related to South African Airways, because pilots at the troubled airline have in the past pleaded with business rescue petitioners to save their jobs. SAA pilot Asnath Mahapa joins us now. And Asnath, if I recall, you were part of that group of black pilots and crew at SAA who were saying that SAA, in its current form, troubled as it is, plays a crucial role as far as transformation in the aviation industry. Reading what we've seen in the past few hours from both the government and unions, are you confident that the transformation agenda is still top priority?
Oh, good afternoon. I watched earlier when the acting DG of the Department of Public Enterprise was being interviewed. And I think a lot of us were taken aback by the fact that the BRP has been at SAA for at least 5 months, if not more. And now the Department of Enterprise is saying that there has not been a solid plan that was brought forward by the BRP on how they're going to restructure. But now the question is, how did they then come up with this number that they have of employees who are supposed to be retrenched if there is no solid plan, if there is no restructuring plan? So for us, we thought that by now the DPE will be in a picture of what needs to happen. And since they're talking about this SAA version 2.0, how is it going to, for us, it's how are they planning to move on with the SAA version 2.0 when we don't even know what needed to happen to restructure this current SAA? And the other question that we also have is that, if we then move on to this new SAA, as they call it, Minister of DPE once said that they can't keep on funding SAA, and we understand that SAA must be able to sustain itself. But now, how is SAA going to sustain itself if we're having issues like the open skies? I'll explain open skies briefly. Open skies, so other international airlines can fly into South Africa to our major, cities, to Durban, directly to Cape Town and OR Tambo, something that we cannot do when we leave South Africa. We can't just fly, we can't just go into the UK and start flying into all their major cities directly from South Africa. So if we're going to be able to sustain ourselves, I think we then need maybe not just DPE, for Department of Transport to come forward and explain to us how this can be done, because they're the policy makers. For us to have open skies, Department of Transport must have agreed that the likes of Emirates, Lufthansa can fly directly to Cape Town. The likes of British Airways, they can just go directly to Durban. So how do they see us sustaining ourselves if we are being, basically killed when it comes to routes within our country itself? Shouldn't be done that people or airlines fly directly to OR Tambo, and then we as South Africans, whether it's private companies in South Africa, whether it's SAA, then fly people all the way to Cape Town and other destinations within South Africa. So there's a lot of questions that we have as employees of South African Airways at this stage. And
are you, as someone who works for SAA, getting the sense that from the negotiations going on between the Public Enterprises Department, SAA management, the BRPs at this point, I should say, and unions, that the points that you are making, wanting to have answered, are finding expression in those discussions?
Well, at this point in time, we don't see it being something that is being discussed openly. So that's why I said that earlier on I was taken aback by the fact that DPE doesn't seem to have a solid plan from BRPs about how we're going to move forward. So we don't actually know what actually has been discussed. I understand that there has not even been a skills audit at SAA. So who's going and who is not going is still a question. So we don't know whether they're taking this whole transformation into place. I hope they're taking it into consideration, because according to government, employment equity has to apply in SOEs. So we are hoping that they're actually looking at employment equity. But at the moment, we really do not know what has been discussed and what's not been discussed.
There's also uncertainty, Asnath, as I understand, about the payment of salaries at the end of May. What is the latest communication on that to you as people who work for SAA? Because we know it's just one of many global carriers that are unable to fly because of COVID-19.
Again, there's also confusions there. We received letters that from the 1st of May, this is from BRP now, they're saying to us that from 1st of May, it's going to be unpaid leave. So whether you have leave days or not, it's going to be unpaid leave moving forward from the 1st of May, which meaning from yesterday. And then this was yesterday morning when I read the email. And then later on during the day, we then received more information saying that they are looking at salary cuts for May and June. So again, there's confusion there. So we don't know whether it's unpaid or we're looking at salary cuts. No one has come up and actually confirmed this with us. So we don't know what is going on.
Asnath Mahapa, thank you so much for speaking to us, and all of the best with everything.